And this is what this guy needs to do.
He's trying anywhere he can find the farm. He knows his jungle is not safe, so you know when you're under so much pressure. We used to see like Envy do this all the time. You can't farm your jungle. You have to farm the enemies, even if it's a very risky place.
About the best you can hope for. Rubik. Oh dear God, he's already got the eggs.
He definitely does.
Oh, man. And also, you know, you've already got the E-Blade on the Morphling. That extra amplified damage gets thrown out. It's not going to be an easy time.
This Aghanims is like it like boosts anything crazy on the team. I mean, it does, you know, like the Chen, if he gets the persuasion, he can get Ancients, right? That's probably one of the cooler ones that he actually gets like buffed from the Aghanims, but it's the consistency and the distance that you can steal from now too. So with Blink and Aghanims, he has a very, very good positioning advantage to be able to steal those RPs or whatever he wants to.
Looks like it's going to be Shadow Blade for Tiny next, just doing whatever they need to close out this game. And likewise for Team Liquid, buy time. See what you can do. See if you can maybe put yourself in a position where you can at least win a fight. Feels like that's where it's got to start, right?
That's where, I mean, it's got to start somewhere, yeah. But it's not until Shadow has BKB and Nisha has a full Eye of Scotty with that E-Blade. I mean, like we said, the game that we saw yesterday where it was Liquid stalling and stalling for the BKB was a beautiful one. They were 10k gold behind, they got the BKBs completely turned around. So as we were saying, it's not the same game this time around at all. Secret has a much better hold of the game too, and it's better heroes versus that. They are a lot of mixed damage, a lot of physical.
A lot of everything.
A lot of everything.
Oh, GH runs into Puppey. Get out of there. Oh, he's so close to the Blink Dagger. Oh, looks like that Skewer is going to keep him alive.
He can sell the wand or the stick if he really wants it.
Sell the sentries. I don't need those. Shadow. It's in the mid one. Need to get out of there, buddy. The lift up. He's going to be in the air for a very long time, and that's not going to keep you alive.
No. Done a good job. Like, Shadow's done a pretty good job not getting picked off, though. He's only died twice in this game.
Yeah.
Like, they've been doing good at, like, not dying, but they're not getting anything out of the map, really.
Well, this could be that moment that they're waiting for. Unfortunately, PA is still dead for 35 seconds, no buyback. They have the Blink RP, they have everything except for the PA, and Zai's going to get the toss back now. Mind control, staying alive.
They're splitting, though.
They also stole the Pit of Malice.
They have 4 heroes mid, and while they have a Troll just beating on the Rack's bottom, so they're making sure that GH can't actually set up for any of those like multi-hero RPs.
It's an impossibility at this point, as Liquid are to have to deal with the huge amount of pressure coming in. Hand of God, Mind Control still living. They haven't decided to initiate as of yet that E-Blade, and as you said, multiple ways to steal spells. Morphling throwing out that Pit of Malice after switching into the Underlord.
He got some bonus damage too.
Right.
Kills some creeps, he got like 10.
Pretty fancy. 26 minutes.
They got themselves bottom racks. I mean, mid was where they were showing their face, but mid was just like, okay, I'll just, you know, go bottom.
Yeah, this is very, very tough now. Crimson Guard is picked up.
Okay.
Does help to mitigate that damage from the Troll at least.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Pipe Crimson on the Underlord, so he can reduce a decent amount of damage, but can they dish out the damage? That is the concern.
And this is one thing that I will say about Liquid. A lot of other teams might have been like, all right, we just got to go in. We got to try and take that fight, stop them from taking the racks. Liquid's like, we can't take this fight right now. Let's try and get ourselves to a position where we can at least be competitive before they take it.
Losing 1 racks, like we saw yesterday, we saw the defense versus Mega Creeps, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes now you can just deal with it if you have the proper heroes. Yeah, Magnus, you can deal with it. Underlord too.
It doesn't look good when your Rubik is above every other hero but the PA.
This is absolutely true. Definitely so. I mean, it's a really hard game for Liquid. Like, Secret has overwhelming control of this game, and you can tell from the way that they're poised around the map. Like, they're not in a rush. Look at this.
Nope.
3 of them kind of sitting mid. We've got a Morphling farming top.
MKB is going to be online for mid one. The big thing you have to be concerned about is dying without buybacks.
But they're going to have a Rosh, right? Rosh is up, and I don't think Liquid can contest the Rosh. Maybe Secret just goes to take a fight first. And it does seem like that's what they want to do with this smoke.
Bro has a smoke on the Chen as well. A little bit of smoke on smoke action. Nisha is not here.
They see the ward placed down, so they know that Secret is smoked in that area now. Another haste rune inside of Nisha's bottle, by the way.
Oh, man.
I mean, that'll happen when you have full map control, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna get all the runes, but this man has done quite a lot.
haste and a DD, because why not?
Oh, why not? Oh, beautiful. Look at that. So full health. Liquid, they've got the BKB on the PA, so they've got their best chance of fighting now. But now they're fighting versus an Aegis and a Cheese in a very, very farm.
Oh, and it's so demoralizing for them, but they are going to head back to the base now, it looks like, after that smoke up, and they hope to wait it out.
Yeah, they know the position that they're in. They've got to hope for some secret stacks and gets caught by some massive RP, but now the
game feels out of their control at this point completely, that Secret have to be the ones to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a Vlad's picked up for the Sven. More team fight oriented items. Mid one, I think, is getting pretty close to that MKB.
I think he has it done. He just picked it up. The shop, no. Now they have the way to, you know, go through that blur, of course, even when need, and they have the slow from the Scotty that can go through. So again, they're doing the same thing. Put the two carries in two different lanes, feed on the Raxus so you don't give GH an opportunity to get a RP on both.
Also makes it tougher to get the Crimson on the both of them. The skewer and pullback on Anisha, but he's immediately going to switch over, ends up Theory Blading himself, walking away. Shadow BKB chasing for more. All of Secret is sitting behind Nisha, and he cannot do a thing.
Bounty runes coming up in 30. Don't know if Secret's going to back up for those. Nisha's a little bit low. Maybe he's going to heal up.
Yeah, there's no reason not to at this point.
No rush for them. They know the PA doesn't have BKB.
That might have been a reason to go for sure. Yeah. But it's also like if you just take the same clear fight every time, then you're going to make sure that you don't overextend.
Yeah.
If you stay in the fights longer, things get a little bit messy sometimes.
It's just being safe. Secret just being safe, and whenever you're playing versus Mag PA, it's like even if you have like a 30k gold lead, you're like, all right, guys, you know, just be a little careful. Don't need something goofy to happen. But no, yeah, Secret, they're such a commanding lead.
That was very impressive so far from Secret.
Yep.
That this draft answered a lot of the questions. I feel like it was kind of cool, some of the Chen things that we saw also.
Yeah, I mean, bringing Matu down and, you know, the recall kind of plays, but it just seemed so hard when he's their only one who can do the plays, right?
Yeah.
Like Kuroki, he went for only the 1 point in the Persuasion. I think that's like one of the builds we've seen on the Chen sometimes. And yeah, the Underlord can't really make plays. This is not a hero that wants to run around and set up a gank or something.
Oh. He E-bladed a creep there.
Yeah.
Actually. They're shook now. They can't handle the pressure. Fogged, it's all falling apart. Secret are going to lose this game because of that.
Come on. Not even like now it's a BKB 2 on Nisha. Like,
oh, they're all over it.
Yeah. They're doing good.
Decrep again.
Oh, puts on the Pugnaward himself too.
Pretty good.
Get skewered.
Okay. The beginning of the ruination, potentially, or not, as Mag is about to die, trying to steal something to the life drain. Keep your buddies alive. They're going to toss, see if they can make it happen. Mid one turning on to Shadow. They are going to find the root there, bringing mid one somewhat low. Could be in some trouble, and mid one's dead.
He used the battle trend, so he can't pop the cheese or anything. He's just stuck.
Okay, now Puppy also decrept, chasing forward for more, wanting to find the captain. GH is dead, although now they're going to move back in. A second round of this Secret, trying to chase forward. Nisha just blows up Kuro, the buyback coming immediately as Mind Control finds a two-person pit of Malice. Shadow popping the BKB, chasing forward for Zai. They find a secondary kill, but Tumblman blows up the Aegis.
Okay.
I was kidding when I said the beginning of the ruination, but Nisha needs to get the hell out of here before things really fall apart. They already have lost 2 of their cores.
But they got what they came for.
That's true.
Raxes were taken out. Mid one maybe getting a little overzealous there with that battle trance when he got jumped by Shadow.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, they're still feeling pretty good. Liquid needed to get a couple more kills there, and GH just so hard for him. They know it's like they just jump on GH. Like everyone just throw everything on this man. Don't let him ever get those RPs off.
Pretty solid play there from Mind Control as well, able to hit a couple of multiple person Pit of Malices. 30,000 almost net worth lead.
He's pretty high too, 10k.
And that's the thing also, you just look at this kill score, 9 to 20. It hasn't really been all that much just like dominant kill after kill. It's just keeping them controlled in their base.
Yeah.
They're stuck on their side of the map.
Just map control. Like when you're playing versus a team with limited catch and you can play in 2 or 3 lanes pretty safely, yeah, that'll happen. You'll start to get much better economy.
Bottom lane again. Pugna gonna try and push that one out. See the Underlord pick up the mech too. Probably try and go for Guardian Greaves.
Level 3 Dagon picked up on Matu, so I'm not seeing, I don't think any buybacks. Yeah, Liquid's not holding any. They know that, I mean, they need to spend as much gold as possible to even try to take the fight, so.
Yeah. Oh, and Secret.
Whoa. This is a sneaky wraparound to get these wards down. They want Matu.
Going for the man. Zai thinking about it, but they have vision here. At least if they were invis and mid-one jumped in immediately upon him, trying to take down one. It is going to be a walk away. Matuma Man lives for the moment. The Shadow trying to kill off mid-one, almost getting him, in fact. And Mind Control is able to find it. Is it going to be a kill on the mid-one? Almost Puppey chasing. He's trying to kill off Shadow. They've already lost Matuma Man and that Chen. And mid-one running away. The skewer, the shockwave, not quite enough. They kill off Shadow. And Secret will finally find this last set of racks. It looks like it's gonna be GG.
Dude, that fight was so funny. There's like a whole fight happening up top. Oh, JH lands an RP and then smokes his head. They're all fighting up top on the side, and then they all went for like the other people went for the Matu dive, and Puppey stuns him in God Strength, and he actually gets him a kill with the God Strength. It's pretty funny seeing a 5 position get a kill with God Strength.
You love to see it.
You do. And that was, I mean, very well executed by Secret. Their draft just seemed a lot easier to play. Liquid just seemed
Team Secret's turn to pick.
I suppose so, but I've never seen him drop.
It's like you admitting you're wrong, Black.
God, be careful, man.
But they didn't draft the other heroes like that ever.
Here comes the denial phase, the bots. Okay, got it, Black.
You see?
I understand.
You see, it's so hard to argue with him because he's just like, eh.
Yeah, that's what God sounds like right now. That's not what you sound like at all. Now we're going to start seeing some of the picks coming on through. Is anything catching your eye now? We're going to see.
So they're just going to first 2 pick it because you're not worried about Yapzor's hero getting counted.
Oracle. Super early Oracle.
We saw some first phase Oracles yesterday as well. What do you think about getting this Oracle in nice and early for Liquid?
I think it makes sense against Sven. You can purge with the Warcry, right?
Yeah, you can purge it off.
I'm pretty sure you can, yeah. So it makes a lot of sense against Sven. Because Sven position 5 pretty much is only the Warcry. He doesn't do much more. Like he throws out the stun and then you're nothing. So purging of the Warcry actually essentially makes the hero like half as strong. So it's a good pick.
And I think secondarily, it's been Kuro's hero that he goes to when Grimstroke has been taken away. In last game, he didn't get Grim and then Oracle was banned. So it was like, okay, no Grim, no Oracle, Chen. So this time around, I think there's like, let's just get Kuro's hero before it gets banned out.
So the Chen pick was maybe kind of scraping at the dregs of the barrel. This time we're going to see Liquid not needing to do that. So maybe that is why we do see that early Oracle pick. What do we think, though? We already started to talk about it, but I want to hear just a little bit more about what you do think, Gods, with this Sven coming out on Secret with the Shaman.
It's giving them, I think, just revealing as little as possible, like picking almost certainly your 5-position Sven we saw last game. There's a very small chance it gets put into a core role, but it doesn't really tell too much. Well-rounded, you've got plenty of lockdown and catch, something that Liquid lacked last game, and Black commented, Secret already have, 3 reliable stuns or something, and Secret seemed to just want to keep going to that formula. Pick reliable lockdown out of your supports, and then get cores later on in the draft that match up well against what Liquid are doing.
I mean, Dota is just so much easier to play when you actually have reliable lockdowns. Like, you don't need to actually just outplay the opponent, you can just stun them and then kill them, rather than having to use every spell that you have perfectly. So definitely the safer route.
So we see that with Secret. They're going to have a lot of that lockdown. They have that stun. They're going to have catch at their disposal. Does Liquid have any of that to work with?
5 seconds.
They have more counter initiation now. They have like this ET Storm to counter initiate. They have Oracle to counter initiate. But both heroes also have offensive capabilities, of course, but not like ultra reliable. It's not that they can just blink in and hack someone.
It's way better than what we spent, last game. Magnus Chen or Oracle ET. This is, to me, a perfectly suitable support.
I mean, we spoke about turnaround potential. Oracle and Titan are like 2 of the best heroes in Dota that can turn around 5.
And Secret, if they're going to try, you've got the shackles and just going to run in with the Sven Warcry, that's kind of a good tool to have on your side.
We're seeing a very different Liquid already, even though this draft is still very much in its earlier parts. Looking at Secret, though, right now, we're about to find out who they've locked in.
OD, that's a super early OD.
Very early.
Without seeing much.
Ooh, okay. It's not bad by any means, but it does obviously expose your OD to get kind of counterpick.
There's Pugna. Can do that.
Pugna, the sniper.
So we basically were saying here that at first, in the first phase, Secret doesn't really reveal anything. Now with this early OD, are they trying to take advantage of the fact that they hadn't revealed much yet and just throw the OD in?
And they're playing as second pick, so they're going to have to reveal one of their cores before Liquid anyways, between their carry and their mid. So I think that's kind of like, well, we know we want this OD, let's just pick it up here and see where the draft goes.
If you pick OD, it denies that these Tide Hunters and Unlord, these Aura heroes, but Beastmaster is so good against OD. Like, picking OD like that to deny Aura heroes possibly seems a bit weird when the best Aura hero is actually just right at the disposal.
Why do you think Beastmaster is so good against?
I mean, it's just like the auras he provides. If you ever raw him, he actually just dies.
Sure.
Right now, they have no counterplay at all against offense. So if he ever gets rawed, they jump on him, he will just blow up.
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
So they pick Titan on themselves.
Well, I guess that's why they didn't pick Tide before the OD, because if they went Tide, there's a chance Liquid take the OD as like a way of dealing with it.
And then they just want to last pick their carry hero. I mean,
Well, OD can also
work.
be flexible. I think that's what they showed last game. Is you can pick this Troll or Morphling and then mix up the lanes a bit, so they could do an OD in a side lane if they have a bad mid matchup.
yeah, you can. It's just a bit awkward because OD just wants a high level quickly, but it's possible.
5 seconds.
They may also just feel like this OD matchups mid, there aren't any that are completely unplayable. Although I think it was Mid One himself who had to play OD versus Pugna at the last major and just lost lane terribly. And after the game, it was like, what happened in that game? He's like, oh, OD versus Pugna. Can't win.
It is playable. It's like 7-3 for Pugna. It's not great, and you're gonna lose your tower. It's just not overall. It's just not good, but it can work. Like if you ever get your BKB, you can actually just jump on him as well. The matchup that's not fun to play, but definitely playable later on in the game.
What's Team Liquid looking for at this point in the draft?
I would like a Pugna. They need some like a hard carry. I would have loved TB, but obviously TB is banned.
Well, hard carries are...
And most of them are banned out already.
You got Beastmaster. He's the guy that can enable a lot of other carries to be even stronger.
I would say Slark is good too, but his OD can pose a problem.
OD's one of the heroes, I feel like.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
Monkey. That makes sense against the Tide as well.
Yeah, I thought that was something that Secret might even go for, but yeah, Matu, of course, is being beastly on this hero, can play against the Tide. Even mid versus the OD seems okay, because like the first 2 to 3 levels, OD doesn't actually bully or threaten you that much.
But when VG played it against Liquid's Monkey, he actually had like half the CS of the OD. The lane is not super good, but of course Monkey has roaming potential, whereas OD is more just like a static laner. But if they do...
It's like if you put Matu safe lane, then Shadow's going mid, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds rough, because he got completely outplayed in the times he went middle. So I'd rather stick with having Matu mid. I mean, Shadow can probably play Monkey too, if they want to put it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Known to be a carry player.
But I think you just put Matu mid, Shadow safe lane, and that's the best bet.
Maybe gonna get to see Matu on the Monkey King for the 3rd time now on stream. Definitely looked pretty insane the first 2 times that we did see it yesterday.
10 seconds remaining.
Rounding out the draft though here. Is there anything that is missing in either of these lineups that you want to see come in at the end?
Dia right now, they have... I mean, their mid-late game damage potential is really high, but for early game, they kind of lack it. They don't really have many damage sources, so something like a partner would be good. Juggernaut. So it is the Matu Monkey mid.
Yep.
Safe lane Jug.
Comfort for Matu. Something he's always played a lot of. I see him play pubs mid Monkey all the time, so I think he feels like he can play this matchup. It may not be favored to him, maybe like 60-40 OD, perhaps.
But he can definitely make rotations happen.
Yeah.
Which he did yesterday as well, very successfully so.
Remaining.
Secret.
All the carries we've seen, like that second ban stage was all 4 big ones banned out and now Troll banned out. So
I think I like Slark for Secret.
against Jug, yeah.
Against Jug, against Beast, against Titan. Pretty good against all of the heroes. And there's not much left anyway, so.
Faceless Void.
Choose your hero.
Faceless Void.
We've seen Void in some of the other groups. This hero's had quite a bit of success with Fnatic. Pengo had a game with the Void as well. They've got Void with OD, so at least some kind of synergy between the Chronosphere.
I can never criticize Void. I just think he's a super stable laner. He used even to be in off lane, so you can't really bully him out of lane. Super strong teamfight ultimate. He doesn't have to be the main source of damage this game, so very solid pick. I like Void.
Last game, the consensus kind of was on this desk that Liquid lost in the draft straight up. We talked about that, Chen. We talked about all the issues that it had. This time, is that the case, or does it seem like they have the tools to potentially bring this all the way to a game 3?
I think they got the tools. I mean, you can see it there. They were sitting there smiling, laughing. Kuro was, pointing, giving some directions to Shadow. Their draft as a whole looks way more well-rounded. Yep. They've got the disables. They've got, I think, they're not going to get run over in the lanes at least.
He's like, level 6, we TP here, we take tower.
Yeah, and like, he was talking very animatedly at Shadow, and mind control there. It was like they were both just like around his computer, like, this is what's going to happen, dude. We got this.
Get it out of the way before you're actually in the game, right? Well, Secret we very quickly said that they had a lot to work with in their draft as well, but we're about to put these guys to the test. It could end in a 2-0. The question is, are we going to see Liquid extend all the way to a Game 3?
Thanks so much, Rich. And man, oh man, Fogged, we are here. It is game number 2.
Yep.
Bad one last time. That looked pretty rough. It hurt to watch, hurt to see it, hurt to play, I'm sure. But this time, a very different game. How do you feel about the 2 drafts?
This time, Liquid has a lot more things they can do. They can actually make plays on the map. Like, last game, it was really like all on Matu to really make all the plays and Kuro to kind of solidify early game. Now they've got stronger lanes. They've got kill potential. They've got heroes that can move and make plays on their own. Should be a better setup for Liquid, at least.
All good stuff. Let's head into the game right now. And already off across the map, Zai looks like he's going to head back the other direction. Faces Void, a little bit of a hero that we haven't seen that much. The panel was talking about it, that it was in the other groups, but at least for the mainstream, we haven't gotten to see too much. But often you run into an issue of not having a lot of damage to throw into the Chronosphere. This time you've got like wards on the outside of it. You've got Arcane Orb if OD is able to get there and the person inside isn't BKB'd or whatever.
It's not amazing, but it's decent. If the OD is there, if he's in good position and he's got like he can throw good sanities, sanities is an insane amount of damage. And it's their only BKB piercing disable that they've got on the side of Secret. So if after the Jug was picked, they didn't have a way to stop a spin TP or anything. Now they've got Chrono, they've got bashes. The one thing I'd say about Secret's draft is they're pretty long cooldowns. I think this is 3 of the longest ones in the game, or 3 of the longer ones in the game on their ultis. 150 on Ravage, Chronosphere is also sitting at like 140, and then OD is one of the highest on that 160. So very, very long cooldown ultis for them. Well, Liquid, they've got much faster pace game. They've got quick ulti cooldowns, and they've got a Hawk. So the biggest thing about Beastmaster is you can play around those long cooldown stuff, and you can make moves much easier in comparison, especially for that last game.
Yeah, it does sort of need to be obviously really good communication when you're trying to play around those ultis. And we saw there right before the game got started, Kuro was trying to do some like sign language stuff with Shadows, like crossing his arms and all these weird things. Yeah. But could be something to keep our eyes on if maybe somebody happens to be out of position. But so far, Shadow's been able to definitely keep up with everything that Liquid's needed to up until this point. And it looks like it's going to be Puppey and Zai hanging out together in this bottom lane against the tri-lane.
This looks like both teams want to make sure that their off lanes get something, it seems. Because Beastmaster in the off lane versus the Shadow Shaman Sven, he'll have a lot of trouble. Tidehunter versus a Juggernaut tri-lane, he'll die, because that's what Jug provides you when you see a Tidehunter picked, is you spin and you can get a kill in the lane pretty easily versus that hero.
We did see some cool stuff last time when it was obviously against the Centaur, a very different hero, where he was going like multiple bracers, some ways to try and stay alive in that fashion. But meanwhile, mid lane's got Matumba Man versus mid 1 matchup of Monkey King versus OD. It's nice that you can go for the mischief to try and stay alive, but there it is. You talk about it, and be able to spin immediately onto Zai, but Shadow can't make anything else happen from it. But level 1 Warcry.
Yeah, Puppey was there. It's just a little bit, even just some increased movement speed to push away and just blocks a couple hits of the Elder Titan. Like ET doesn't favor playing versus Sven. These Sven supports too much, and neither versus the I'm sorry, I confused myself. ET doesn't like playing too much versus the Sven though. Warcry is amazing versus the blocks, and the one thing they can do though is have Kuro there to dispel.
Right.
Of course, with that Oracle versus the Sven.
I mean, it's a little bit tough because you also sort of want it to help set up for kills, so you kind of got to play a chicken and the egg scenario where you need to find the kill without having to use the Fortune's End or be able to get the kill after the Warcry comes out.
Yeah.
Regardless, Shadow going to try and go toe-to-toe here with Zai, but Tidehunter loves playing against these melee heroes, and Shadow, a big creep wave pushing under there. GH is going to try and push back Yapzor. He's getting fairly low. Needs to be careful. The jump forward for Nisha. Can he buy a bash? Doesn't happen.
That would have been a very fortunate bash, yes. I've mostly been looking a lot at this mid lane because we saw this matchup yesterday between Matumba and who was actually playing the OD, but he did not do that great, as expected. OD does have a pretty advantageous lane, especially when you hit level 4 versus a Monkey King, but Matu did a great job of roaming, and I think that's probably what we're going to see happen again once the OD builds up some levels.
Kuro again, just trying to deal with Zai here, but not easy at all. As underneath the tower, the Beastmaster caught mind control. A rare flub from him, and he will get punished.
Wow, he took, what, 3 or 4 tower hits? That was painful. Void, well, Yapzor again getting first blood, so We're gonna see what got Arcane Boots at like 3 or 4 minute mark on the Rubik last game. Same thing's gonna happen here on the Shadow Shaman for Yappy.
So far, so good. Over here in the bottom lane too. It hasn't really been a great kill potential. Maybe here with level 3, although Zai chase forward, Puppey moves into position. They might be able to find something afterwards, but they get the kill. Big play there to finish it off by Kuro.
Yeah, the Tide was just starting to catch up too in the last hits, up to 13. Getting themselves a very nice kill. Now we've got dual lane. These dual lanes kind of set back up now.
Well, we are going to have Strikers get the CS. Bottom lane, Puppey, Zai, they move back in onto Shadow. Going to try and get the slowdown with the root used, and Shadow will be able to back away.
Okay, cool. Went for the 1-1-1 build on Zai so he can put pressure with the Gush.
Yeah, I like it. Should mention that
valuable level 1 ability, like 90 mana, 110 power minus armor. Very good level 1 stuff.
Still does run into some issues, obviously, because you have a lot of magical damage in this lane. The 2 points in Purifying Flames is just so effective early on. As looks like they're thinking about going again, but Shadow needs to be careful. All the right clicks, moving into position, and they will have to back out again after the healing ward pops.
You see, Kuro is using some spells here to try to burn these raindrop that Zai does have picked up.
Another thing to keep in mind is up in the top lane, they did not block out that hard camp. So GH and pretty much consistently been stacking it out and getting a lot of damage in from it. Needs to be careful. Is Zai going to get dove in this bottom lane, and they will find the kill.
Very nice. That's like literally what we're talking about, right? The power of the Jug versus the Tider. You can set up for those kills constantly. And Oracle also provides a lot of magic.
Oh, Double Man moves into position. Stormbolt goes out there. Throws out the Boundless Strike. Going to try and chase here. Warcry to run, and with that, Matumba Man is going to back away.
How many runes? Is that all? Okay, they got 3 of the bounties on this side of Liquid. Yeah, pick one of them. But yeah, GH having this. I mean, it's Yapster actually stacked that camp too a couple times. I was like, oh, I think he was trying to pull and deny the wave.
Okay.
Yeah, now GH being there, he's gonna be pretty happy with this. When the Spirit comes back in, we're gonna see this damage. He's gonna have like plus 130 or so.
Shackles.
As long as he hits the creep wave. And 153.
Jeez, Nisha, be careful, buddy. Stapler Man hits really hard.
If he hits even like 1 or 2 more, like if he hits a hero there, then he's got plus 180.
Right.
If he hits 2 heroes, plus 210. Because he's got the triple stack plus the small camp that he's been working with. You see, he always sends the Spirit to go grab both of them. I play a lot of ET.
You're like narrating every amount of damage that's going to come out. You know it all.
I mean, that's literally the only hero I play right now.
It's a pretty good hero to play, man.
Yeah, and it...
Oh.
Try to go for the chase here. Yapsor gonna take a beating.
Dude, GH, he's got so much armor from it as well. He's just gonna pummel this guy. Get over here, Yapsor.
Not able to get the kill, though. The other little thing that you can do with ET, which you actually did do there, is you refresh your spirit immediately when it's about to die, when it's about to disappear, from the initial one, and you keep the damage. As a haste rune rotation comes out.
Oh, and Kuro gonna go down there. Meanwhile, Shadow have that healing ward popped again as he backs away. Looks like so far still very even in the early goings of this. Much more active than we saw in the last game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is when you've got much more solid lanes, right? Last time Liquid they didn't really have the greatest lanes at all in the game. It was a lot of pressure on a Pugna and
It got owned.
Kind of got grown, yeah. Kind of got crushed in the lanes, and then it became full catch-up game forever. Not this time though.
Matumba Man made his way down here bottom. Was just sort of farming away in the jungle, and Odie hasn't been able to push it too hard yet, as we do see the shackles now onto GH. Needs to walk away. Nisha looking for a bash yet again. He will find it. He gets the double bash.
Oh my god.
All right. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, Matu's doing the same thing as he did in the game yesterday when he was playing versus OD. It's like OD gets level 5, 6, 7, and you have to make moves around. And yeah, like this move by mid one is great. He makes the way up top, not even just to set up for kill, but just get rid of that stack so that they don't have to worry about ET just pummeling and chasing their horse. They throw a scan, now they're going to know. GH is going to scout and be kind of sad.
Oh, no.
There is no more stack there for himself.
Such a big change, OD giving that AoE damage to the Arcane Orbs.
Definitely. And mid one's got a Midas. Oh, he's about to have a Midas finished up. It's 8 minutes in. That's very, very early. And you know that, I mean, Secret, with them picking a Void last pick, they're like, all right, we're okay going late. I mean, Liquid still they have a very threatening late game too. Both teams are prepared for if it gets to that point.
And granted, Liquid do have a lot of heroes that can get stuff done earlier. You've got the Beastmaster, he can make rotations. Obviously, ET, amazing at team fighting early. Once you get that level 6 as well, even just, you know, throwing out the big Echo Stomps.
Yep.
It looks like Liquid just going to sit comfortably down their bottom.
4 minutes faster than average. Damn. That is early.
He did it with the Arcane Rune first, too.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he got it before he ended up popping the first time.
Wow, I actually didn't see that he had the Arcane.
Gush, Kuro, chased. Healing Ward wants to make sure that he won't get punched, but he's going to be able to back out. And something else to watch for as this game goes later, possibly, is going to be the Fate's Edict on the OD.
Yes. Fate's Edict on OD, and even Fate's Edict, if you're in a good position on the Void and the Chrono, it's a little bit harder because it doesn't have the greatest cast range on that ability. Right. As you see, it's one of his, it's actually his smallest cast range out of all of his, by quite a good margin.
Love to be able to pick up an Aether Lens later for Kuro.
And again, we see Secret there. They sent the OD to the jungle now, since, I mean, Mid-One's got a Midas and stuff, and they're giving Yapso the lane. We see this very common from a lot of teams. Just try to get your resources up high like that.
Jump forward, Chrono, he's able to barely get him right on the edge there. Now Yapstar's going to be able to find the shackles afterwards, trying to kill off Matumbleman. He will get that kill. Mid-One chasing forward here. The Astral Imprisonment, an eventual death. Disaster again for Liquid.
That's a move you want to do though, right? You see the support farm and you're like, I know what's going on here. I know the core is jungling. I know they're giving Yapso the lane, but Shadow Shaman is kind of beefy. And yeah, Nisha with a very, very quick TP and catching a very ideal Chrono. I believe Matu actually like kind of walked back into it, but it's not like he had a different avenue that he could really go.
And you look at this situation now, it's still the Shadow Shaman who's almost caught up to the Monkey King.
Dude, he almost has Aether Lens.
It's insane.
It's just Yaps, right?
Certainly getting that kill helps. Does have the wards as from the top lane. They're going to use the roar here, try and take down Nisha. Is it going to be enough? They find that kill just barely.
Full control. They had a stomp follow-up as well coming in, too.
See if you can get this jump away. Things get a lot better. Oh, good use of Glyph there so that he couldn't use the Omni Slash afterwards. Also, of course, here in the mid lane, they're going to try and clean up these wards. Mid-One chasing forward.
Yeah, they've got this catapult 10-minute wave, so they're really trying to force it forward. Echo Stomp will not connect on anybody. They really want to try to keep this tower alive as long as possible, but it's pretty damn tough versus this. Mid-One has his Midas up, but nothing to get it on.
Chase, Wukong's command, root a little bit late to the party.
Yeah.
And they won't even be able to save the tower. Oh, you got the deny.
Yeah,
okay.
He's got a deny. That's great.
Big stuff.
That tower, though, is, as we always say, it's like the most important tower in the game. You lose a lot of map control when you give the enemy team a lot of ways to enter into your jungle. Do they have the chase? Not on the mark.
Heads up play there to get away. Able to escape from there. Puppy setting up here on a shadow, possibly. It's not an easy kill by any stretch of the imagination for either of these heroes.
It's just going to be an SNY build on Shadow. So he's just trying to get online early rather than going for like a greedy Battle Fury build. He's got ways of like enabling his damage already in this game too, right? They've got Beastmaster with the Aura. They've got the Elder Titan if he's ever to stand on top of people, which is going to be a bit hard with his natural order as well. So he will get amplified with that one. But his farm pace will definitely be slowed down because of that. He's going to have to be playing very active, this type of build. As Kuro.
Gonna move in. We'll eventually get Astral there. Matumbleman's in the area. Kind of hard to jump into this one. Is the Stomp gonna follow it up? See if they can get Yapsor. The Stomp doesn't connect onto anybody. And now Mid-One moves into position. Matumbleman need to run. They have the Astral Imprisonment chasing from GH. We'll have another chase there with the Boundless Strike. The jump forward. They want to find it. Do they have the Chronosphere? They do. Waiting for the moment to go for it. They're actually saving the Chrono for now. Does still have Omni Slash, and they don't even need it. Just punch him down dead.
Still have Chrono. He's just still hunting.
Oh, I gotta be careful here. God, that's such good composure there from Nisha to hold off on that.
And he is going to be going for the Battle Fury build in this game. They've got the Midas. They're going for the Battle Fury. Mid-One. Standing a bit far up here. He's looking pretty dead.
It's not anticipating Matumbleman sticking around, and that was much needed. Yeah. Shadow likes it.
Over-aggression being punished. Just really wanted that creep wave. Those like couple creeps. In a pretty risky position too, as all of his teammates had already like backed off.
Dire's bottom
And I will say it's a little bit scary seeing both the Midas and the Battle Fury. Granted, it's going to ensure their late game is amazing, but you have a lot of heroes that can get stuff done on Liquid. Haven't seen Aurora yet. Could be another big opening for them to try and punish this secret greed. And looks like they're going to go for the opening with the Boundless Strike here, possibly immediately on to Nisha the Chase for. Can they kill him off in time? Yeah, no, he got it off.
Kuro, did Kuro not have a nuke? Oh my goodness.
Painful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant struggles.
I wasn't clicked on him. God damn it. I didn't see if I think he may have had like maybe a quarter of a second till the nuke or so, and he's just surviving. And now, I mean, they've got their ultis ready, so yeah, we were talking about Secret, they have long cooldown ultis, they've used the OD ulti, but they've got Chrono and Ravage, so they're just throwing it onto poor Oracle, poor Kuro, but he survives.
Is he going to really walk away from this? Mind Control could roar him here if he wants to, or they're just going to use the Stomp.
There's all of Secret's members in the area pretty much, except for the Sven.
All right, the wards are down. They still have Ravage if they want to use it, as the Shackles and the wards connect onto GH. The heal, the False Promise. Saving Private GH.
He's safe. Yeah, he's fine. Gonna heal up. I mean, get the tower.
That's a lot used.
Yeah.
Can you take advantage of this? Is there any way to try and go in and again? I guess Matamaman TP'd to the top lane, so
yeah,
probably not.
They still have Ravage too.
Yeah.
It's still a bit scary. Good one. Oh, he's Matu.
Oh,
wait, he jumped the tree.
He's on the tree. They know he's on the tree.
He's on the tree.
Get out of there, buddy.
Jump away.
Oh, sick.
That was funny. I actually haven't seen that one happen. With the as you're jumping, you get astraled.
I appreciate that they have the little like status bar that keeps moving through the air.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. So it looks like Matu's going to be the one that goes for the greedy build on his team. I saw him queued up the Battle Fury on the Monkey King. Okay. He had Diffusal, but I guess since he saw Shadows going for the SNY and they're seeing this Midas build on the OD, they're like, all right, we have to be able to match some kind of greed here. Otherwise, we could be in problems when it gets to the later stages.
And Control is deep behind enemy territory there. And Nisha still not quite at the Battle Fury himself. He's been moving around, I think probably more than most would think.
Look at mid ones. Look what he just straight up bought. He just buys the Mystic Staff. As much intelligence as possible.
Yeah, that's scary. Because a lot of these heroes don't have the highest int in the world at all.
They have 0 int heroes on the side of Liquid. Well, I mean Oracle, but yeah.
I mean, he's going to die.
Yeah, that's not
right
it's
click
support.
anyways.
You know, no core int hero or anything like that they can really deal with it.
And I mean, you do have things like Fate's Edict to try and like stop that, but Sandy's Eclipse comes out so quickly.
It does. It's like it's just super instant. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of damage if he's able to get it on a couple heroes, and they've got Chronosphere up in 10, and they still have Ravage. And with this Vlad's, they're looking to set up for a Roche. Everybody in the area. They've even got Serpent Wards too, and they will commit them.
This is pretty impossible to try and come and contest here.
Yeah, ET is one of the best heroes in the game at dealing versus Roshan, because you just throw your Spirit, you get Vision, you can constantly annoy them with stomps and slow them down. But as for committing and try to contest versus this triple ultimate that Secret has, it's a lot harder. They would like to choose.
They're getting ready to get set up on Mind Control bottom afterwards if they need to. Or Puppy can obviously break any TPs that Mind Control has at the same time. Sticking around. He sees that the OD is there. Now going to get stunned.
They got Yapsor up on the Shrine, though. They had a trap they're prepared for when they TP on the Shrine. Now the Roar.
Trying to turn. Mid one in trouble. He's going to go for the banishment, but Puppy at the very least should be able to walk away. Shadow also here.
Mid one went for the deny, but the Boar actually got the last hit on the tower there from MC.
Really nice play there by Liquid to stick one hero on the Shrine.
Yeah.
Oh, and what Zai just walks up on the high ground.
Takes out the D-Ward.
Omni Slash immediately lays out there onto Nisha. Is going to be able to walk away though. The stun dodged by the Blade Fury and the TP away. Tells him, get back. Don't be here anymore.
Quite a tanky Tidehunter. Vlad's plus Buckler build going for that mech. The Omni Slash does not do as much like.
This feels like it's very close though still.
It does. Definitely does.
As the game becomes later and later, you know, OD, Faceless Void becomes an issue, but it does feel like there's a timing here for Liquid.
Yeah, it still is too. They've got this amplification. It's like you can never really rule out a team when they've got this like this ET. The aura really makes everybody do so much damage.
Oh. Well, Oracle.
He'll make them work for it a little bit here, but he will be extremely dead.
That's a long cooldown on the False Promise also.
Yeah, the first level of it is actually, it is pretty high. It used to be quite a bit lower. It's been added a little bit on.
Shadow doesn't have a TP. Needs to be careful there. Yeah, mid-1 can't quite catch up. So, 18 minutes, 2,000 gold lead, and Secret looking to try and keep the pressure on here as they're going towards the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Bottom lane's pressured out pretty heavily, though.
Yeah, the fours and books. Keep pushing it in constantly, and now Secret, they are going to have to respond. They've got the blink, as we saw revealed in Yapso earlier, so they've got really good ways of catching now for Secret if there are those split push. We might see a ward, we might see a defensive ward come out from Secret in the bottom side of the map soon, because mind control is being a bit pesky, just staying down there, sending the boars. So is that a BKB queued up for GH? So he wants to be able to stand next to people. That's what he wants. He wants to be able to get on top of the void, get on top of the OD for that production.
Oh, put to sleep. This could be a combo here if they're able to get the Purifying Flames perfectly together. Almost enough. Can they kill him off? No! Nisha gets away. That was close. The Spirit was on him at that point, right?
Yeah, but yeah, just not quite enough damage. Only level 1 natural order. 2 supports. So now that's quite a bit committed there. Now GH will be punished. Oh man! Oh my god! They don't actually throw the ulti out there. Okay. I didn't think he needed his headaches there, but I guess he really wants the last hit, and getting that last hit will secure himself a full hex at the 20-minute mark, which is pretty crazy on an OD.
And I mean, to be fair, like, if you don't have the ET, your team fight is completely done for Liquid, pretty much, it feels like.
Yeah. Shadow?
Well, he didn't really have that many places left to go, and now they're going to find that Hex reveal onto Kuro, trying to stun, trying to kill. There's the Fate's Edict as well. The Astral Imprisonment able to get off the Omni Slash now onto mid-1. He used the Astral before. Gone and in trouble. The chase forward for Nisha. Matumbo Man wants to slow him down. Good use there of time dilation, and GH moving into position, but can't quite get there. The Spirit Stomp. Good plays.
And he dies with the Might. The Midas was up for a while even before he died too. Might is still on cooldown, or still up.
16 minutes faster than average.
Under attack.
But it doesn't matter if you're dead, I guess.
Yeah, and him not having, honestly, him not having sanities there was actually quite big. Like, he hexed Kuro and was trying to go for this kill, and then the Monkey King comes in, and he's not able to finish off even the Oracle.
Yeah. That Fate's Edict is so valuable against the OD also.
Yeah.
I feel like that's, yeah, he's leveling that one up second. And it gets down to 7-second cooldown and a 4.5-second duration.
Yeah, you always want to, especially you always want to have the 2 points in it because it allows you to do your double heal with your Fate's Edict, with your, with your Purifying Flames during your ulti.
Another Hex used here, GH trying to interrupt. You want to get the max value out of this Hex that you can, but now you're in a little bit of a position where you're going to get caught by the Earth Splitter. Matumbo Man tries to jump through the trees.
He will be able to make it away.
There's Monkey King things.
Yeah, that's not like a, they're not trying to set up for a kill or anything. That's an Earth Splitter to just slow him.
Yeah.
That move is slow as Nisha.
Well, they thought that Matumbo Man was going to be there. Kuro
catches Kuro right on the edge.
Sick play. And now Kuro going to get pummeled as well here. And a really good Chronosphere from Nisha.
That's pretty good. Very ideal Chrono.
And now another one caught. They're just falling apart here. The last couple of minutes have been really painful for Liquid.
Yeah, they're just playing, I mean, it's mostly them just doing this like split push kind of thing. Like, look, Mind Control has not really been showing up to anything. He's just using his book and constantly forcing waves out. Now maybe he's going to try to set up here for Puppey. He's got the roar. Puppey.
Nice. Good play there from Sven.
And Secret's able to get themselves that tier 2. And Yapso has Serpent Wards. There's still some heroes dead on Liquid. Yeah, they're threatening high ground here for a bit.
And you look at this lineup from Liquid, who really hits these wards? It's pretty much exclusively the Jump and Ravage able to catch up. The follow-up is going to be there, maybe. No Shadow able to back away. They do have the Stomp that's going to connect only onto one, so put the Tidehunter to sleep. Do they have any follow-up afterwards? A good downward strike to try to interrupt. Shadow looking for the Omni Slash. The combination comes out before the standings, but it hits onto the creep. He switches over Bat RNG, and now the jump forward. Matumbo Man, are you going to be able to survive through this? The BKB is pretty good, and now with the Life Steal trying to chase that mid one, but he's going to astral himself, just trying to stay alive. alive against Nisha, but the bash finishes him off, and now the barracks to fall.
Mind Control's trying to do his own kind of split push here. Puppey does buyback after dying though, and now Mind Control will get hexed up.
God, this Hex
will have to chase.
It's been so valuable, and they will eventually be able to find the kill onto GH also.
And Mitsukuro as well shows up.
Oh my god! Secret are killing them all over the freaking map. As mid one might end up dying to the boar, actually. The boar! Puppey, go hit the boar! He's trying to kill it off. Can he do it in time? It looks like mid one. Is he going to die to it? They find the Hex on the boar.
All 5 of Liquid, just even more of all 5 of Liquid died, right? How many buybacks did they use? Did they even use one there? I don't think they actually had it.
Respawns are short enough.
It was just short
respawns.
Yeah,
twice.
I think so. You're right.
Oh god.
What is? I mean, the series of events. I just pull up the gold graph, not to look at the gold increase, but to look at the green dots that just pop up on the bottom there. The momentum that Secret just got was absolutely insane. They had both of the ultis up as they're going up onto that high ground with the Ravage as well as that Sanities. And they executed perfectly. And now they have Void Chrono again ready to continue this aggression as Shadow will walk directly into them.
And looking for that Chronosphere again, catching the Oracle simultaneously with that Juggernaut. Having deja vu here as Secret dismantling Liquid. And, you know, some of it's the Chrono, but also that Hex pickup. It's impossible to deal with at this point in the game.
Yeah, and even, I mean, Yapsor too, having like Aether Lens and the cast range talent too. He's got such ridiculous cast range to get his hexes off too in the fights. It's, yeah, Secret just making phenomenal moves in the last like 5 minutes. Nisha seeming to always be there when he's needed to set up for his chronos or just some bashes and right clicks. Yeah. As now they have a firm control on this game.
And, you know, not messing around at all. They dropped the wards down. Shadow Shaman bought Boots of Travel to make sure that he was here for the fight instead of going for the Aghanims.
Well, he can come back, too. The thing is, he uses TP Scroll to go to base. Yeah, he just bots right back in.
Why not?
To deal with that Mind Control split.
Well, did have another stomp there that landed onto several. It's doing what you can in that top lane. Matumbo Man trying to keep them back as Mind Control continues to tank tower, but it's one TP here. Try and retreat as they have the shackles onto that Beastmaster, and well, it's not a very farm Sven, but he still hits pretty hard. So does Yapsor.
The 2 supports will take out that Beastmaster. And Matu.
Trying to chase for Nisha. And immediately jumps away.
Yeah. Back up, recollect those bounties, and I mean, damage was done again. 2 sets of racks already this early on. Secret with a 14k gold lead. And they prepared themselves to even be able to fight later. Like we mentioned, they went Midas, they went Battle Fury. And they're making the aggressive plays. A very good showing by Secret.
Early morning Dota, you love to see it. It's a little bit rough for Team Liquid for sure at this point in the game. 15,000 net worth lead, and you know, it just feels like there's that switch flicked. And I mean,
look at that climb. It's like it's crazy. It's like it was like those last, like we said, like those 5 minutes just absolutely snowballed out of control. It's like they had that one little mistake in the river where they lost 3 heroes, and then a commanding control.
Well, and I think that it speaks again to, like, you know, maybe some of the coordination that you have in the team as well. Just gain everybody on the same page. It felt like it was single-mindedness coming from Secret, where they were all on the exact same page of what they need to do. And not necessarily that wasn't happening with Liquid, but the results speak for themselves a little bit here. As
well, Liquid's been playing more of like a splitty game because they look and they're like, oh my god, Secret has Chrono, Ravage, OD, right? So Beastmaster and Mind Control's been playing the split push game for the most part, trying to catch people go back, but I mean, Secret just found perfect opportunity.
On the high ground here.
They're ready. They're smoked.
The rest of his team is really far away. Zai, he's going to get astraled there. Now the mid-1 chase forward. Can they find this kill? They gone too far. A big Chronosphere, but where's the damage to follow this one up? They have the sheep there with the wards dropped down. Liquid looking kind of okay in this fight. They buy back from the OD though. He's going to try and jump back in here if they can. The Ravage finally comes out, but they've already taken down that Faceless Void. They will lose the Jug, and now the chase forward. Matumba Man wanting to kill off Zai. They can find him before the OD gets into this fight. It could be good, but now that mid-1 has showed up, they need to run away. The long-range shackles onto that Oracle, able to get him. The Sanity's Eclipse kills off Mind Control. The sleep to try and run. Somehow Oracle's still alive here, but only for a moment. And it looks like the chase, it's not quite going to be there, but still the damage is done.
That was probably like the dream scenario for Liquid, right? They're up on the high ground, the Chronosphere catches. I think someone gets Fate Edict at the same time. Zai only clips like one hero with the Ravage on the side of it, but Shadow gets isolated. in the river from the buyback from mid one. And then the net worth advantage really speaks for itself in this one.
Oh, yeah.
How they're able to take that fight, even though it's not looking the greatest. The start of it.
They do have buyback on the Juggernaut and the ET if they want to just throw bodies at him here in the next couple of minutes, but looks like Roche is gonna maybe be the call for Secret as they're gathering around that area.
Yeah, they've also got an Aghanims now on Yapzor, and he's level 20. So Aghanim Serpent Wards +1 Serpent Ward max HP as well. So this will be hurting quite a lot. A couple level 20s coming out on Secret, that is too. As you see the OD. We used to see people taking the 20 strength, but now it's been like the sanity eclipse multiplier pretty much exclusively.
149 in on this OD right now.
Yeah.
Liquid, they have Matumba Man.
They've got good vision around the Roche. They've got a Hawk and they've got Matsu in the tree.
Secret, they're still respecting the team fight that could come from Liquid. I keep on wanting to say Wings because Shadow shows up there.
I know. I've almost done that like 4 times. I see Wing Shadow, I'm like, oh!
Rip.
Side runs in.
Omni Slash yet again. We've seen this story before, but this time it works out a little bit better. Buyback to Tidehunter. Got to get it before that Tidehunter gets back into the base, but the jump in, the Chrono Spirit's on all of them. But look at the Wukong's command. It's still working. He just caught for the most, but he was able to get that Aegis, so it might not matter in the end as Shadow trying to run down Puppey. They're seeing if they can control Yapzor as the chase comes and they kill off Mind Control. There's going to be the Hex, the follow-up Shackles, and the Stomp
connects.
All right, a turnaround, but mid one's there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be about all she wrote as they lose yet another hero. Mid one chasing, seeing if they can find GH and Yapzor. He's got him in the sights. The Shackles are there, and mid one is going to slowly dismantle. Triple kill for the OD.
Yeah, they just throw everything into the Roche, but they're like, doesn't matter if it's low, it doesn't matter anything like that. Just Chronosphere, throw out your Serpent Wards too, and we see Zion mid one throwing snowballs at each other. They're having a good time.
You can tell that they're having fun while playing Dota for sure as they move in and they're just going to go for the throne. No fuss, no muss. There's a butterfly on the Faceless Void and looks like the tier 4 towers are going to fall as very shortly we're going to be seeing those 2 letters come out from Team Liquid. GG.
Very solid showing from Secret in both games. This one looking a little bit closer, but I mean it ramped up at an incredible pace. After like one little mistake, Secret just like, all right guys, no more mistakes. Let's smash him. And that seems like what had happened right after that like 22-minute mark.
You know what it is? Facial hair.
It's the puppy facial hair.
It's happening. As
soon as I saw him, I kind of just like poked and prodded him a little bit. He's like, I'm trying something new. Come on. But yeah,
it does look good. Yeah, really pressing showing.